All right, to watch this video for Monday, August 20th. The SPY very strong, pretty close to all-time high, so pretty impressive. Just a follow-up to my rant in Thursday night's video that I made for my Friday watch list. Um, I'm not a jerk. When I rant, it's usually because I worry about people that are their first introduction into the day trading world is by a salesman slash charlatan, and a lot of those people that are looking into day trading and they stumble across, you don't even stumble across, there's ads that are thrown in your face, right? So these heavy advertisers are advertising for a reason. So my entire rant on Thursday, basically this is my follow through to it. People that spend 3,500 for this amazing trading course slash chat room were immediately baptized on Friday morning to buy FFHL up here, right? And these are, if you look right here, they're 2-minute candles. So as they're buying up here and here and here and here, and then whoosh, you see what's happening, right? So again, I'm not being a jerk. I've been running a chat room since 2004, and the number one thing I teach people in the chat room is defense first, right? Is to never chase, to never. This is what we call buying upside. You're buying up here after something has this kind of shape. In other words, like kind of straight up, like a rocket there. If you're teaching people to buy up here, well, you see what happens. Now, sometimes that pays off, and great. Then you get to brag. Look where I called it, and look where it went. But that's not teaching people safe trading. And the only way to be a professional trader is to exercise safety. I always call it defense first in trading. So if you really, really want to be a professional day trader, the one thing that will set you apart from all the people that didn't make it is consistency and defense first. Basically practicing safe entries, never chasing. I mean, there's a whole myriad of things, but the common theme is to never gamble, right? Is to always have a good risk reward entry. And this is the opposite of what I would teach people. So, again, there's almost no way for me to talk about this without looking just like trying to slam someone else. But I really just, it's a great, great career. I have a great life. I get up every morning and I work in my home office. Shorts and a t-shirt is my suit, right? It's my business suit. Middle of the day, I can take off, go swim and do whatever. So I'm completely my own boss. And that's the best thing about this. You can never, ever be that. You can never make it in this game if you're not taught defense first. So I'm sure to some people I come off as a jerk. People that know me understand why I'm passionate about this because, I worked my way off a General Motors assembly line, which to me was very much like a chain gang, was very much like, I always call it my Shawshank Redemption story. But it was my motivation. I hated my job so much. It was my motivation to learn to trade. And so I protect my capital with, every fiber of my soul while I'm trading. And that's what I teach people to do, because you can't be a professional trader if you blow up your account. All right, so that's why I'm so passionate about this nonsense that I see out there. So I think our boy made about 90 grand selling courses and memberships on Thursday, and then this is what's being taught. It's a joke. All right, anyways, the SPY very strong. Let's go into the watch list for Monday. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the market right now. It's very, very dead out there. So again, I'm trading smaller if I'm trading at all. CNET makes the list because it traded, big volume for this stock. If I zoom in and take this big candle out of it, you'll even be able to see a little more clearly how big the volume was on Friday relative to the last several months. And, it sold off like a lot of morning gappers have been getting slapped down. But this one ended up kind of rallying at the close, closing pretty close to where it opened. You see the 200-day right there too. So I'm just going to have it on watch. We'll see. We'll see what happens on Monday if it gives a low-risk setup. BLPH, huge gap down. I almost never trade these things that gap down and then just go sideways. But it did have nice volume on Friday and actually held up fairly well. Here was the big move, and then it's kind of flagging, so it didn't completely roll over. again, it's just on my radar. Doesn't mean I'll trade it. RWLK had a little bit of a volume spike. I think I have a soft spot in my heart for this because it's helping people walk again, like wounded veterans, right? That with their robotics. So I think it's hard not to just have a soft spot in my heart for it. I know you're not supposed to trade off that, but in addition to that, you did have a big spike back here and then a lower high here, and it's attempting to move back up again. And they keep posting stories about it, on TV. So it's kind of getting more and more recognition, and it's putting in higher lows. So I think part of me, I'm rooting for this in my heart, but I also think there might be a trade here coming up. It's getting slapped down on these spikes, but it's also putting in higher lows. So I'm going to keep my eyes on it, all right? GSM had the gap up on Thursday and closed red, and then Friday kind of right back up. The whole number 8 might become an inflection point too. So I want to watch that for a follow-through day on Friday's bounce. TLRY. Well, again, the pot stocks, the marijuana stocks are really strong thanks to that CGC, which, by the way, Wayne made a great call on that one on Friday in the chat room. This one is another one of those stocks, and it kind of had this crazy candle on Thursday, topping out at 31.22, and then on Friday, it topped out right at the whole number 31. So we love whole number breaks anyway, and if it breaks 31, then you've got this 31.22 just above as another potential catalyst. So kind of like this one, and I don't know how it's going to open. If it opens at 28, then 31 doesn't mean much to me. But if it opens relatively close to where it closed on Friday, a 31 break is very interesting. So I want to keep my eyes on that one for that. CORI had this big pop here, then kind of flagging and tried to muster up another move on Friday. So we're going to watch this one. It held the 8-day. Let's go to 15-minute candles just to glance at it. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to me. It had a nice move, and then you can kind of picture a trend line if you follow my mouse cursor. So kind of up over this maybe 920. It might head back to those recent highs from, I don't know, about a week ago that hit 966. So we're going to watch that one. GEMP had this gap down, but then it ripped from under 1 to almost 2, kind of flagged, putting in a higher low now and curling back up. So this one might take out Friday's high, which was 165, which it closed right at that. Maybe head up to a retest this 193, maybe 2 comes into play. So a nice possible percentage mover there, if that makes any sense. We're going to watch that one. ANY, I don't love this because it dropped down to 578,000 on Friday after trading over 3 million on Thursday, and it's nowhere near Friday's high or Thursday's high on Friday. So I don't know. Look what it did on Friday. Just put in this choppy sideways, no action, but it also didn't roll completely over. So, it's kind of a sleeper pick, but I'm going to watch it. And then EKSO, I believe in the same space as RWLK, had a nice pop here. I don't know, like a week and a half long run. And now you've got a couple days lower hitting the 8-day. So I really like this one as a potential stock to turn back up on Monday or at least sometime this week. So it'll probably be on watch all week. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Check the links down below for some special offers, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we'll see everybody on Monday.